For some time now, I've been wanting a really nice grill. One that didn't require electricity or propane or me having to purchase charcoal or wood pellets. One that I could just cook on with whatever we have around here. And I just got one of these. An Alvaron Santa Maria grill that I can cook on using wood from around here on the homestead, or even cook with charcoal that I make myself. And the first time that I saw one of these grills was last year down at Comfort Farms at the Boucherie. And I always forget, what's the official name of the Boucherie?
I'm so not good at this, but I think it's the Les Puy des Monts Boucherie.
Yeah, well, last year when I saw one of these grills, I was looking at the grill and I was like, ooh, I so want one of those grills. I wasn't coveting it or anything. I was trying not to covet, but I was like, I would really like to have one of those grills. And this year I was finally able to get one. Down at the Boucherie, we met Chef John down there, who's the owner of Alvaron Grills, and I was able to get a grill from him. And he was also down there doing some cooking demonstrations, and he was also cooking on some of his other grills, which included a really, really, really nice smoker, which I would also like to have one of those. I'll have to save up my money for that and maybe get one of those one day. But I wasn't coveting on that one either, but it was really, really nice. But one of the items that he was cooking on there was an item that I'd never heard that being cooked on a smoker. And that was macaroni and cheese. I was like, who cooks macaroni and cheese on a smoker? But he made it, and it was absolutely fantastic. It was like the best macaroni and cheese I probably ever had. It's like, no, it's like right there beside yours, like really, really good.
Yeah. Everybody loved it, and it was so bubbly and cheesy. I think we need to go inside and try and recreate it.
Let's do it. Sounds good to me.
When we walked up to Chef John's demonstration, he pulled all these cheeses out of this bag that he had. He was putting all of his ingredients on the table, and you know, some of the cheeses that he used for mac and cheese I've never used before.
These are the brands I had to use. What, you know, I'm in this area, so I had to get what they, get what they got. And I brought my secret from home because I make sure I had to have this. It's aged canned cheddar. All right. This sharp, not too much. Mile, 2 miles, pepper jack, 2 Kobe jack. John probably got eggs here. He probably doing
6 eggs though. 6 eggs.
6 eggs. This is going to make well, this is going to be equivalent to a pan. We're gonna smoke it in cast iron.
You use all of that, or
All of what?
all the heavy cream and the heavy?
Yeah. This was half. One part half and half. 1 part heavy cream. That's where the fluffiness comes.
Well, I don't have Chef John's favorite ingredient, which is that canned cheese sauce. So I think I'm just gonna make my own cheese sauce. Do you know how to make a cheese sauce? It's really easy. Let's do it. So if you didn't know, you can make your own cheese sauce by making a roux first, and that's what we're gonna do. And actually, this is a bunch of cheese sauce, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and stick a whole stick of butter in my pan and let it melt. Trying to get it to melt a little faster. Okay, my butter is all melted, and next comes the flour. I'm gonna use a 1/4 cup to start out with. That doesn't look like it's gonna be enough. Okay, here's some more. That's looking better. So this is what you call a roux, and you can thicken all kinds of stuff with a roux. You can make sauces, you can thicken soups. This time, it's cheese sauce for us.
So the roux is basically flour and butter.
That is exactly what a roux is. And you want it to cook a little bit, because if you don't let that flour cook, you're gonna get like a flour taste in your sauce, and that's not what you want. So if you let the flour cook in there, you don't want it like burning or anything, but you want it to cook a little bit. Okay, so that's cooking good, and it's browning a little bit. So I think it's time to start adding our liquid. And we're gonna start with some half and half. And you gotta keep stirring. See, it's been thickening up real quick. So that's looking pretty good. Add a little bit and then stir it in and let it melt. It's working on melting, so I'm gonna add some more. I'm gonna add some more milk here in a minute too, because it's getting thick. I don't want it quite this thick. While I'm finishing this up, I'm gonna turn our water on and get it boiling so we can throw our pasta in.
Looks yummy.
It is yummy.
One of the things about the Butcherie is I haven't seen an event anywhere near like it. It's an on-the-farm event that honors vets. It gives people the opportunity to connect with one another, as well as to connect with farm and food, and everything's pretty much outside. It's just really neat. And for me, especially this year, something that I really got out of the event is just having a deeper connection with the chefs and just giving me a greater appreciation for the work that they do. They had all kind of chefs there. They were cooking over fires, various items from goats to chickens to geese to ducks to macaroni and cheese.
That's right. You gotta make sure you keep on stirring so it doesn't stick to the bottom. This sauce is going to be really cheesy, so I hope everybody here likes cheese.
John's was pretty cheesy, so in a good way, cheesy.
I like cheesy.
Now you're being cheesy.
So let's keep adding the cheese. Yummy, yummy. What's your favorite cheese, Salem?
Pepper jack.
Pepper jack cheese? What about you, Lacey? What's your favorite cheese?
Sharp cheddar.
Sharp cheddar. I'm not sure if I have a favorite. I like cheddar. I like mozzarella cheese.
Oh, now you're talking about
I like
other
cheese.
cheeses. Out of normal, regular cheese, Sharp is my favorite. But, you know, I love some Gouda and Brie and a whole bunch of other different cheeses, too.
What's your favorite cheese? Let us know.
I gotta stir and keep on stirring. That's one thing. You have to always make sure you keep an eye on your sauce because you don't want it sticking to the bottom of your pan.
What happens if you do that? Is it start to burn at the bottom and not taste good?
Oh yeah, it'll stick and it'll burn. And then you can't scrape the bottom of the pan or then you get all the burnt stuff up in your sauce.
Here, yeah.
I'm not a master. Not a master.
Not me. I'm the one that I grow the food, and Selah and Lacey cook the food, and we just eat it together.
Okay, well I think our cheese sauce is done.
Let me taste it.
Why don't we try that one again?
That was a little rough there.
Like hit your mouth.
Was it going in your mouth, or was that the goal?
It's supposed to go in my mouth.
Oh. Were you trying to do it with your eyes open or closed? It's okay. You do know where your mouth is though, right?
Yes, it was very good.
I will say though, as I'm seeing these different chefs and I'm growing food more and more, I am wanting to partake a little bit more in cooking the food, but mainly outside. It's on with cooking food, but
You're learning.
I still will let you have this area so you can shush me out whenever you need to.
So our cheese sauce is finished. So we're gonna go put that in our bowl just like Chef John did. And I may have made a little too much cheese sauce. That looks about right.
That's what make it. That's what make it yellow. Oh, I got you.
Ate it all day with that blood.
Oh,
and
I'm
they got
sorry.
cheese on it. Cheese is better than blood.
You said this is 3 pans or 3 pounds? 3 pounds. 3 pounds. 3 pounds. Yes. 3 pounds.
That's a lot of cheese.
A lot of cheese.
We're gonna let this cheese sauce. Got my cast iron. I think I'm gonna need at least 3 pans. And one reason that I love using, he used olive oil to grease his pans, but I like using ghee.
Ghee is actually something that we started using here recently that I must say I really like the flavor of ghee.
Ghee is made from butter, and all the solids, all the milk solids have been taken out of it. And it works better at high temperatures. So frying, roasting, it makes really great roasted potatoes. Get that crispy skin on the outside. So it just takes heat a lot better than butter.
Over the past few years that we've been growing food, I've noticed that I've become more and more interested in the other side of food, of actually prepping the food to be cooked and the cooking side of things. Just because as you're growing it, you just want to see that people enjoy it and you want to see that next step.
High. Yeah, not low. Steaming up my glasses. There you go. Get the fork, get the spoon. I can't push you. Sorry. So you can dump those hot noodles in there. Then you gotta mix it real fast. Gotta mix. So the eggs don't cook.
You can't eat it like that.
Hey, you ain't eat like that.
One of the things that you may be noticing is there's not a whole lot of measuring going on here. And actually, I don't think you've measured anything yet, have you?
No.
And you do a little bit of that. But one of the things that John talked about that I really appreciated in relation to this is just talking about cooking with love.
I cook by feel.
You pull in until the ancestors.
I don't measure nothing.
to the
This is heavy. It's time to go in the oven. Ooh, hot. Feeling it.
Give me the spoon.
temp you running at, John?
What do you need?
Top it off with some more cheese. And into the oven. Oh, that's heavy. 2 hands.
So how long till it's done?
Well, I don't know exactly how long it's supposed to cook, but John cooked his until it wasn't jiggly in the center anymore. So that's what I'm just gonna come back and check on it every... Here. Ooh! Man, look at that. No jiggle. No jiggle, just like John said. So we're gonna take these 2 out. It's definitely done. These are hot. Well, while we're waiting on the yummy goodness mac and cheese to cool off so we can actually cut it, I want to go over some ingredients that we were using, that I was using in my version of John's mac and cheese. As far as spices go, John had his own spices, and I don't know exactly what all it was. But what I did is I put garlic powder, thyme, black pepper, and paprika powder, along with our lovely Redmond real salt that we can't get enough of.
We love Redmond real salt. Real salt good.
That's right. And then on top of that, I used sour cream. Now, in John's recipe, he used heavy whipping cream, but at our local grocery store, I could not find heavy cream that didn't have polysorbate 80 or locust bean gum or whatever in it, and I just don't like those things. So I subbed out the heavy whipping cream for sour cream, and then I also used half and half, just like John did. And when I made my cheese sauce, I used half and half. And one of Mike's favorite things,
Real milk. Non-homogenized, non-pasteurized, whatever raw, real milk.
and that's
My
cow's
favorite.
milk.
Cow or goat.
Yes.
I love them both.
But we haven't had enough goat milk just for us, so we still get cow milk too.
And for those of you who need a recipe, and maybe you're not recipe book, of all of his, I think 200 plus recipes that he has cooked and made over the years as a chef. And he's going to be releasing that book. We don't know exactly when, but you can sign up to receive that notification. When he does, we're going to let our email subscribers know. So if you haven't signed up for our email newsletter, please do. The link is a detailed recipe for John's famous macaroni and cheese.
That's right.
Yummy. Maybe not an everyday item, but definitely a special